Welcome to Decentralized Nation, the best channel to learn about crypto. And today we are going to learn about one of the easiest platforms that you can use to create a DAO. Creating a DAO is not as simple as you might think. You need to create a treasury, one that is run by smart contracts or at least by a multi-sig wallet. You'll need to create an on-chain voting system, but also platforms for discussion and for the proposals to be created. There is really a lot of infrastructure that you need to create, and Clarity DAO streamlines and the entire process, makes it all much easier. You can use Clarity DAO to create your own DAO infrastructure with your own logic and rules, and in a simple way, without requiring you to create any smart contracts and without requiring you even to code. You can learn everything you need to know about this incredible tool in this video. If you're here, you probably know what is a DAO, but in case you don't, or if you're not 100% sure of what it is, we'll start this video by diving quickly into this concept of DAO. DAOs are basically decentralized autonomous organizations. And as I like to say, a DAO is an organization where a group of people comes together in a collaborative effort to achieve a common goal. DAOs leverage blockchain and cryptocurrency for governance, transparency, fairness, and to assist in the decentralization of the DAO and of its activities. DAOs are basically a more transparent entity where there is no hierarchy and where everything is decided by the members of the DAO, who of course possess different voting power based on their contributions to the DAO. You can dive deeper into the DAOs, into their most important characteristics, and also the benefits and the limitations of DAOs when compared to other existing institutions in this video here at the top, where we share with you the 7 characteristics that make up a good DAO. So definitely a video you should watch. But now that you have a clearer definition of what a DAO is, let's dive deeper into Clarity. Clarity is a software that allows to set up a DAO. Basically, instead of having to worry about creating your own governance smart contracts to be able to vote on chain and having your own voting front end and platform tools to governance votes and all the important information about the proposal, you can actually leverage Clarity DAO to provide all of these according to your requirements and the governance rules and governance token that you decide to set up. With Clarity, you define everything. What is a token that should be considered for voting and to participate in the governance of the DAO, the voting power of the token, who can create proposals, treasury management rules, anything you can imagine, okay? Clarity also allows you to manage the treasury for the DAO or even have smart contracts to execute on that treasury. You save a lot of time going through the process of creating the necessary smart contract infrastructure to run the DAO, and at the end of the day you can make mistakes, and instead of that you can leverage all this platform with proven and smart contracts, with a lot of DAO tooling developed already and available, and with a lot of DAOs using it already. These kind of services can be extremely important to facilitate the process of creation of DAOs, especially, for example, for those protocols that aim to have a DAO in the future but don't really have the time to focus right now on building it because they need to build the main protocol and the most important functionalities. But they can already leverage Clarity if they want to, at least as a temporary solution for governance, to be able to decentralize the governance and the management of the protocol, or at least to be able to get some of the feedback from the community. In addition, for example, this kind of DAOs and kind of platform can be important for the reps. The reps could, for example, create their own DAOs to be more connected with the people that are delegating their votes, and the people that are delegating their votes could use that DAO to make their voice heard and what they think it's important. So what is the team behind the Clarity DAO? Teams are very important in every project, as you've probably heard me tell you a million times, and the Clarity DAO relies on a significant team, with the founders having some experience in business and technology, but they are still very young and recent entrepreneurs. But besides the founders, they rely with a lot of high quality developers and professionals, such as, for example, your Ben Art, or a little bit below, Mark Florison, that have a huge reputation in the space, in the Cardano space. The first one is the director of M Labs operations on Cardano, and the second one, as you can see here on LinkedIn, is the founder and the CEO at M Labs Consulting. But besides that, he has plenty experience both as a developer, but also in terms of entrepreneurship. But besides that, we have here Chris Border, that is the compliance lawyer, a very experienced one. In fact, he's been working with several reputable teams in the Cardano space, teams such as Indigo, Sunday Swaps, Liquid Labs. A lot of experience in the compliance space in cryptocurrency. Besides that, they have plenty of advisors here in the space with experiences in DAOs, experiences just creating protocols on Web3, and with a lot of knowledge that can be useful for the development of the protocol. So definitely, if we look at the overall team, it's a mix between experience and irreverence, with plenty experienced individuals to assist in the project as advisors, in addition to a team that is also very interesting. On a side note, we've kept the team analysis a bit shorter and focused more on the most important topics related to the team instead of going through the LinkedIn of every major team member. And I'd love to know what you think about this new approach. Do you like it better? I thought it could be more interesting and would make videos shorter. So I don't know, if you love it, please leave a like, or just tell me something in a comment about how do you prefer. And while you're down there, then please support this video by liking it and maybe even sharing it with someone you know that would like to learn more about DAOs. So we can share the word about Clarity DAO as well, an interesting project building on Cardano. And I think it's definitely nice that we support Cardano projects to go further. And of course, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. We are here to stay. We want to keep on creating content, so turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And if you have any content you'd like to see, just drop it in the comments as well. I'm more than glad to try to create it for you. Coming back to Clarity DAO, if you want to participate more actively in the future of Clarity DAO, you can mint one of their community NFTs. The NFTs basically grant access to their private Discord channel, gives you the power to participate in the governance process of Clarity that is here inside this platform. And you can also contribute in Clarity community competitions, where you can basically be rewarded some ADA for any good ideas that you share and that the team might think about using. You can also participate on governance through the governance app. I'll show you that in a moment. But before diving there, we'll go here to the top page and click on governance. This is not the app, however, this is something else that is called Crystal. The page here that you see is the Crystal platform. That is basically a complementary platform offered by Clarity, because one thing they've learned in that process of developing Clarity is that not every vote needs to go on chain. So you have here a way for voters of your protocol to vote by signing a prompt, and with no cost for the users or for the protocol or for anyone. But yeah, basically you can see here a lot of known projects using or testing at least the Clarity governance protocol, more specifically the Crystal protocol. And as you can see here, each project has their own unique portal for governance with their own rules, their own setup, everything. A lot of things can be personalized. You can find here the Clarity community one as well. And if we click here, we can see, for example, you can search for proposals. You have here just a general information. You can see a lot of proposals here for the Clarity governance. These are proposals that have already been voted on. You can click here and you can see an example of what you see in the proposals. So you see the status that it was concluded, the type of proposal, you have a description, records. You have also timing for the proposal, any comments, submissions. You have here the options below that you could vote. So plenty of information outside. Coming back here to the home page, we can click on Open App, and here we enter in the actual on-chain governance part. So here you can see the active DAOs right now, and you can click on them to participate in the governance. So we'll click here on Clarity, for example, and we can see a quick description about the DAO, the type of organization. We can see some of the settings for the DAO and how everything works. The snapshot for the votes. And if we connect our wallet, we can see our voting power, and we can actually participate on governance for Clarity. Here we also have the dashboard. We have here governance. We can create our profile once we connect our wallet, and we in fact have the asset necessary to participate in governance. In terms of Clarity DAO, we have their NFTs to be able to participate on governance. And we can here come back to explore other DAOs from other protocols. You can also easily create your own on-chain DAO by creating your ad organization and setting here the information. But instead of showing you, I'll go through an actual demo of how to create an organization, create proposals, and even vote on proposals. A demo made by Clarity themselves from their closeout report from Catalyst.
So we have the create organization. You connect your wallet, and then the platform is able to see the governance tokens you have. You can add organization to create your own organization. You put the name and the description. Then you can upload files for images like the logo. You can put the links that are important. This section is actually where you can customize the decentralization. You can like whitelist the people that can create proposals if you want to centralize it, or just open it for everyone. And then it's launching an actual DAO. This is very exciting. You just, create custom smart contracts. You specify the policy ID that will be used as a governance asset for the DAO. And then you put the proposal threshold, so how many tokens need to back the proposal in order to automatically execute. And you have participation thresholds for voting, for example. You can put maximum number of proposals that users can create at any time. You can have the timelines and control all of that, both the draft period, the voting period, locking period. So you have plenty of periods to give you some flexibility for what you need. And you have here as well advanced options and even the execution period when it should be executed. A lot of information to personalize, and then it will automatically create everything. You just need to sign a few transactions, but it will create all the custom smart contracts depending on what you decided for your DAO, which is really nice. It's basically, you don't need to code, you don't need to be technical. You can deploy a full decentralized autonomous organization without needing this kind of knowledge, and I think that's very useful for everyone. Once the DAO is finished and it's completed, you have your DAO dashboard with policy ID, treasury address, governor contract. You have token thresholds, proposal timing, everything you set up in your organization is here. And then in order to participate in the governance, you need to stake your voting power, so your tokens, so you don't double vote. So you can stake them to vote on proposals. That's a necessary thing. Once you do that, it creates a stake, and you can both vote and create proposals. To create proposals, you have here a template. You'll put a title. You can put a description. You can choose the kind of proposal it should be. This is an example where we'll send some funds out of the treasury. And the template, you'll have plenty of things besides spend treasuries. This is just for the demo. But then you put here what is the asset, how much of the asset you want to leave the treasury. you put everything there, and then you put a proposal, and you just need to sign a transaction, and the proposal goes up to the auto community, and then everyone can see the proposal, leave a comment, vote on when it is in the voting page. And right now it's in the draft stage, and you can change it, but here you can see as well all the rules again for the proposal, the time left, what assets are involved in the proposal, and also in the voting. And then here you can vote on the proposal, and this is pretty simple as well. You go to the proposal, you click on the option you want to vote for, and you put the stake to back your vote, and basically contribute with your opinion, and then the vote is casted.
So cool stuff, right? But as a side note, I think it's important to mention that Clarity DAO leverages the Agora framework for their governance, the framework that was created by Liquid Labs and open source to all the Cardano community. And if you want to learn more about Liquid Labs, one of the most exciting projects in the Cardano ecosystem, you should take a look at our video above, diving deeper into the project. If you're still there, congratulations on sticking around until this stage of the video, because now you can be sure that you've learned how you can easily create your own DAO if you ever need to. But if you don't, and in case you know anyone who knows how to create a DAO, you can actually leverage this knowledge and create a DAO for them and help them in the process and use Clarity to make it happen. So if this was something useful, interesting to know, and you just liked finding out more about these protocols and how you can create DAOs, then please leave a like and share this video with whoever you think should watch it. And if you're a fan of governance and DAOs, did you know that Cardano is working on its governance model and that the testnet for governance on Cardano is already live and you can actually test it out yourself? You can find more information in this video here on the end screen and on my side. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, and I'll see you in the video about the Sensionet, that is the Cardano testnet for governance.